Today we're gonna add some bold, spicy flavor to your food in this simple, quick, effective recipe for making salsa. Guys, welcome to this channel. If you stumbled across it, my name is Eric, and we're in the middle of a 30-day challenge. Actually on day 25, we're almost to the finish line. We're making one video a day, and today, I wanna talk about salsa and fresh foods, fresh ingredients. If you've been watching some of these videos, they have been covering my fitness journey. It's so exciting to see, the evolution that I've just been going through with these videos. If you've been watching since the beginning, comment down below when you tuned in. And one of the things that a lot of people don't talk about, we always show the fun, right? The videos of running and the workouts and all the cool stuff. But actually what happens in the kitchen is probably more important than all of it combined. And so I was like, you know what? We're going to the lake. We're gonna be going around and I gotta make some salsa for up at the lake. And so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to share how I make salsa, because maybe you are one that doesn't know how to make salsa and you buy it at the store. And if you've ever looked at the ingredients on some of these salsas, it's crazy what they put in them. You don't need any of that. You just need a simple, so sharing some quick things that I picked up from the garden. By the garden, I mean sprouts, on how we're gonna go about making this quick, simple salsa. I actually just went and picked this up today. And so I wanna share with you how we do it, how we make the salsita. All right, so, put that to the side. What you're gonna need, this is, my opinion, this is gonna make the best flavor, bold, full flavored salsa that's got a little bit of heat, but it's just gonna add that little kick to all the food that you're eating, whether you're eating some tacos, some steak, some chips and salsa with guacamole, whatever it is. If you're looking to make a simple salsa that is just going to wow everybody, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. So, like I said, fresh ingredients from the garden. We have garlic. We have Roma tomatoes. Roma, whatever you want to call them. Cilantro, the leafy greens. We have some fresh tomatillos here. These stuff, oh man, this adds some, have you ever had salsa verde, you know what I'm talking about. Some white onion. And then as far as spices go, you're gonna need some black pepper and some Himalayan salt and a little bit of this ground comino right here. Now, if you really wanna go all out on making a traditional salsa, you're gonna need one of these, a molcajete. This is what you're gonna use to kind of grind things up. And I actually love making salsa with just this right here, but I'm gonna be making a quick batch. It's a big batch, and I have a small molcajete. These come in a lot bigger sizes, where I could actually just throw everything in here and actually just smash it up the traditional way. And in my opinion, it actually does make for a better flavored salsa. But this is a quick salsa, so we're not gonna go that route, but I am gonna use this to grind up the peppers. So we have fresh pepper, some salt, because we need some salt, and then some of this cumin here. So we're gonna grind up the peppercorns and the grains of salt, and we're just basically grinding it up to get that fresh ground and really try not to make a mess. What this does is it really brings out the flavor more so than if you're just using a salt and pepper shaker. Now you can, this is just what I like to do because I want this sucker to be as bold and like just a party happening with every single bite. I wanna pack that heat. I wanna pack that flavor in there. And this is, in my opinion, the best way to do it. And it just brings some of that traditional way of making salsa versus just traditional salt and pepper shakers. And you can do this even, like I've done this for steaks, if you really want to bring out the flavor. And it doesn't take too much effort. Now, bonus tip, put a paper towel down because this is like super coarse and it will scratch your counter. So I want to make sure I actually have that on the paper towel. If not, the wife's gonna get mad at me. But as you can see, it doesn't take that much effort. Now we have nice, fresh, ground salt and pepper. So that's ready to go. Now for the tomatillos, you're gonna peel back the skin on each one of these. And this is weird, like the texture on these, it's like a sticky, like tacky, whatever, underneath these leaves here. The shell, I guess you'd call it. Now, I'm also gonna show you some methods that I use to really bring out the flavors even more than if you were just to throw all this stuff in a blender. So, guys, all in all, this is not gonna take that long. It's gonna be a pretty quick recipe. I already have the comal on, nice and hot here. We're gonna roast these things and really bring out the flavors here. Okay, so now we have those roasting on there. And then we're going to rinse off these tomatoes, and we're gonna do the same with the tomato. We're gonna roast everything because this is gonna be like more like a roasted salsa. And what this is gonna do is just add some flavor and pull out, it's gonna pull out some of the flavor, and it's gonna add that little roasted flavor, like a flame grilled, to the veggies here. We have some garlic. We're gonna roast on there. Garlic's always kind of difficult. I know there's like different techniques. Let me know in the comments, how do you pull out the garlic out of the cloves? There's so many different little techniques. There's gotta be an easier way. And I really hope that I can get this salsa done in time, because we got a lot that we gotta get done before the lake. But this is a real quick, easy way to make some salsa that everyone's gonna love. And most importantly, it's gonna be fresh. I mean, you're literally just adding veggies together to create this flavor and this heat. And it's just so good. Okay, we have that roasting. We have the lime there. I need to get a cutting board. We're gonna turn on that back one as well. And we're gonna put a whole onion. You can never have too much onion. So once this kind of roasts up a little bit, basically what we're gonna do is blend all these flavors together, and it's gonna create our salsa. Guys, if you are into flavors and you're looking to make a bold flavor, this is how you do it. I'm telling you right here, this is it. Now, we're gonna put all this in there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take that tie off. We're gonna rinse this out. Because you know there's all kind of stuff in here. Always rinse your fresh veggies that you just pulled from the garden. So now we have that. I'm a messy cook. I don't know about y'all. But hey, food is love. Can't just keep it all clean. You got to just let the flavors flow. Pull out some of these. We're going to cut this. Try not to get that nasty. Look through here, kind of check it, you know, make sure you don't got any bad ones. All right, looks good. We have my favorite blender ever, the Vitamix. If you don't have one of these, you need to get one. All right, so these are roasting. You can smell it. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for right there, that char. Oh man, if you could just smell it, it's already smelling good. Now, if you notice, we don't got no heat yet. We don't got no heat yet. This is all flavor. We're just building flavor here. By roasting these, we're building and adding more flavor. Getting the garlic toasted up. Right? So, and you can do this too if you have like a Blackstone. I do this on my Blackstone outside, but so for the sake of this is a quick one. Getting these tomatoes going. Now, the heat, the essence, the heart of the salsa. Today we're using serrano peppers. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy right there. You gotta be careful with these. You gotta be careful. You don't want to touch all these and then touch the eyes, because yeah, you will be in for a world of hurt, fire, and pain. So as far as heat goes, the serrano is going to be hotter than the jalapeno, in my opinion. But we're going to start off with just a couple of these serranos. And rinse these off. And it's up to you, but if you want the flavor, just cut the tips off and throw the whole thing in there. If you don't want it to be too spicy, you can take the seeds out, but then you're not going to have that much heat. I'm going to roast these a little bit. You got to be careful when you're roasting peppers, because if you've never roasted peppers before, if you roast them for too long, you're actually releasing the oils into, they're cooking and you're releasing the oils into the air. It will burn the crap out of your eyes. You'll choke everybody out. So you have to be really careful. One time I did this when I was trying to learn this, and I literally, like, everyone was choking in the house. Everyone was crying. It was not good. So be very careful. You know, if you're sensitive, maybe don't roast peppers. Let them just be fine. Just throw them in there. Don't roast them. But I'm gonna roast these a little bit because no one's home right now, and it adds a little bit of flavor if you roast them. Also, too, when you roast them, it kind of tames them a little bit. They're not as wildly spicy. But I also don't want to start to cry, because it'll happen fast. Like, you'll just be there one moment, the next moment you're choking on them in the air. All right, so now we have those. So guys, this is how you build flavor with salsa right here. We add the tomatillos in there. Now I'm not gonna put all of the Roma tomatoes, because honestly, I wanted this more as a green salsa. But these are good to have in case you need to mild it down a little bit. So we're gonna put one in there because they do taste pretty good. All right, so now we got our roasted garlic here. I think someone's getting home, I hear them. Okay, we got our tomatoes, our onions, nice and roasted. Bam. Bam. Okay, let's get the lid. Turn the fire down. Get the blender. And this might happen. You gotta just give it a little shake. That's why I love Vitamix. And as you can hear, everybody's home. So let me fast forward this video. That thing's blending, and we'll show you the secret step to making all the flavors just marry and come together in a salsa so delicious you're never gonna wanna buy canned restaurant or HEB or any salsa again. Nice and green, full of flavor. Oh, we got something going in there. Oh, you know what I forgot? I almost forgot the most important part, which is the garlic. Now, I do know if you roast your garlic, it's gonna make it a lot easier to peel than if you don't. If you've ever peeled garlic, it just makes it so much, look at this, look how it just comes right off. Compared to like just peeling a raw garlic, if you roast it a little bit, it's gonna make it easier to come off. So we'll get that going. And guys, this stuff is full of, I mean, I'm not no scientist, but you can't go wrong with fresh ingredients versus anything in a can or in a jar that's bought at the store. So if you're really trying to up a couple of things, the flavor profile, the food you're eating, and the freshness of what you're putting into your body, making it yourself, it just kind of, I don't know, it's just, I enjoy it for one, and we are cooking over here. But two, it just, you feel better versus the preservatives and all that stuff that they put in canned stuff. Yep, see, the girls are definitely home. All right, so we're gonna put our garlic in there now. We have our salt and pepper. And then one thing I would always advise you on is, depending on how spicy you like it, if you notice I saved 2, we're gonna keep these and add them in as desired. So that should be a good mix right there. We're gonna let that blend up, and then, like I said, there's one more step to this, but first we gotta taste it. All right, so here we go, going in. Okay, we're gonna add another pepper. And I think that is literally all we need to do. One thing I did forget to do is a lime. You always want to add a little bit of citrus. We got a fresh lime. This is just going to give it that zest, that bam. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got cooking. Yeah, that's it. All right, folks, there you have it. Fresh salsa. Now, since we roasted the vegetables prior to turn it into salsa, you could stop right here and you're good to go. But if you really want to bring out more flavor, you're gonna want to roast it in a pan like this for just a little bit to really just marry all the flavors together. Now, turn that on. And that's it, folks. We just made ourselves a quick, simple salsa, fresh ingredients picked from the garden. We roasted our vegetables, and this salsa is gonna last us for a while. And you're gonna wanna store it. Actually, I had to go buy some of these, but in a mason jar like this. And it's gonna help prolong the life of this salsa. And now I can take it up to the lake, and we have salsa for our lake trip that everyone's gonna get to enjoy. Guys, this is my recipe and way that I make salsa for family. You can mix and match different things, add different ingredients, different techniques, different ways to make it. But this is how I do it. It's a quick, simple recipe that is easy to follow, and it just really brings out the flavors and just packs a punch, adding that bold, spicy flavor to all your favorite foods. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. If you learned it, liked it, please give it a thumbs up or let me know. And we will see you tomorrow.